Okay, so NBA All Star Weekend is over, and it's been a pretty good All Star game. Really great. Enjoying all of it. But I want to take you guys through my thoughts about it, and pretty much like what I have to say about this whole new regime with the whole tournament and pretty much everything else. Everything else was pretty much same old skills challenge, the dunk contest, which I really want to talk about, and the 3-point contest. And then we'll get into the All-Star game. So let's get into today's episode, bruh.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing.
Okay, so this All-Star game really, it wasn't too bad, honestly. So let's start off with the skills challenge. I really don't want to get too much into it, but it was pretty much the same old. Really nothing too special. Congrats to Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley for winning that. It really wasn't too exciting like that, but for me personally, it wasn't too exciting. But it was really funny to see Chris Paul and Wemby like cheat, like because they didn't take legal shots and they cheated, and that was actually pretty hilarious. When I first watched it, I was like, that's not really fair, bro. You can't do that. You can't just chuck shots the other way. Like, those aren't legal shots. Like, I see where he was going with that. Just like you gotta start chucking, pretty much. At least make it look real. Honestly, like you can't just chuck it out of nowhere, out of bounds. Like that's lazy and that's not really fair. So they got disqualified for that. And honestly, that was it was fair that they got disqualified for that. So let's get into the 3-point contest. So, pretty much with this, when I first saw it, I had a lot of confidence in Damian Lillard. He has a lot of experience doing the challenges, and he won it 2 times the 2 years before. And I had a lot of confidence with him and also Buddy Hield kind of making it to the final round, but Dame got killed literally in the first round. So I think it was pretty upsetting for him because he's such a great shooter and he's been shooting pretty good this season. But fortunately it wasn't meant to be for him. So after it was pretty me personally, I think all Knicks fan also, y'all are obviously really tight that Jalen Brunson lost. I was really tight because he definitely missed a lot of shots that I felt like he should have made. And nah, it wasn't really a good day for us Knicks fans, honestly. But it's all good. But hopefully we got it next year if Jalen Brunson decides if he wants to do that again next year. But it was pretty close between Hero, Garland, and also Buddy Hield. After Garland got out, I had a lot of confidence in Buddy Hield to actually win that whole thing and beat Tyler Hero, but fortunately he lost it by 1 point, bruh. Oh man, that really hurt. I can't lie, that really hurt, honestly. But congrats to Tyler Hero for winning the 3-point contest. Really good job. But one thing I did notice though about him is the fact his jump shot is really, really weird. I didn't even notice how weird his jump shot was until after that night. It was like, he was like throwing his whole body in front. It was like, oh my goodness gracious. I was sitting there like, that's how he shoots? I didn't even notice that. Like, out of all the time I seen him play in NBA games, I did not realize he actually shot like that until like literally Saturday night. But it's whatever. A win's a win, and fortunately he was just better. But congrats to Tyler Hero. He did a pretty good job. I can't front. Now, let's get into the dunk contest. We all know Mac McClung. He got the first 3-peat in NBA dunk contest history. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people didn't really like this dunk contest at all. My dad didn't. I didn't either. Pretty much, it was kind of like Stephon Castle. He really did a good job, honestly. Because, he jumps out the gym, and honestly, that's the type of person we want to see in the dunk contest. But I don't like the fact that they brought 2 guys that we don't even know like that. Like Andre Jackson Jr., which I really don't know like that, and Mateus Buzelis, I think that's how you say his name. I don't even know who the heck that is, man. I don't even know who that is, bro. But they were kind of stinkers that whole time. I don't even know why they were participants, which kind of made it really weird. it was kind of like in 2023. I think that was the year when Jericho Sims brought it out for New York, and that was a very, very embarrassing dunk contest for everyone in New York, and we were all very embarrassed by him because he did not really do a lot of great dunks like that. But what the dunk contest, I feel like what they want to see is definitely guys who are like probably the best dunkers in the NBA, and we see them do it throughout the season. Like John Morant, we want to see in here, but he already made his point clear that he really doesn't want to do the dunk contest because he doesn't like the judges. He thinks like the judges are gonna like give him low ratings for great dunks, but that's kind of like an excuse for him, honestly. And if he doesn't want to do it, then it's whatever. But I feel like we should see him do the dunk contest at least one day. Zion Williamson, we want to see. Not Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, we want to see him too. But like with Mac McClung, honestly, I understand a lot of people say like he's changing the future of the dunk contest, and let's be real, it was really impressive when he jumped over the car with the guy coming out the hood and having it on him. That was actually it was pretty impressive. It brought out a little bit of Blake Griffin vibes a little bit, but it was still a little iffy, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty impressive to see him jump over the car. Okay, I can't front. It was really impressive. But honestly, a lot of people say, like I said before, he's changing the dunk contest, but a lot of people don't like this because the fact Mac McClung, he's not even in the NBA, basically. He's not at all. He's not in the NBA at all. He's in the G League. I think Orlando Magic's G League. So he's technically not an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? So I see why a lot of people don't like the fact that he's winning all these. But honestly, a lot of people think it's really corny, the fact that, you know, he's in it, and like, no, it's not really. It wasn't really fair. A lot of people really didn't feel like it was fair because he was doing a lot of really hard dunks, and it was. I feel like that's why he was getting like high scores, like 50s. Like he got 50s every straight round because I felt like he was doing the dunks really hard, and like the other guys weren't doing it that hard. But those other two contestants, Andre Jackson and Buzelis, y'all really, I feel like they shouldn't have been in the dunk contest at all. But Stephon Castle, a lot of people they sleep on him. He did a really good job. I feel like they were kind of hating on some of the dunks he did, but honestly, a win's a win. So congrats to Mac McClung for winning 3 dunk contests in a row, and it's the first time we actually see that, like, at all, honestly. Like the first 3-peat in dunk contest history, and it was actually pretty impressive, I guess. It wasn't the best dunk contest you could see because I blame it on the other 2 participants that probably shouldn't have even been there at all. But a win's a win. Congrats to Mac McClung for winning 3 straight. And you know what? Y'all can do yourself a favor. Just comment below what y'all think like the best year for a dunk contest was, and who's the best dunker in the dunk contest. So comment down below what y'all think. Anyways, let's finally get on to the All-Star Game. So they had a new regime where they were doing a tournament, 4 teams, and then, you know, I think we all know how it worked. So pretty much with this new regime, they created it so like the teams could actually play some defense. And honestly, the first round, like, it pretty much worked because you're seeing Jaren Jackson Jr. and Victor Wembanyama. They were playing some really great defense. They were contesting the ball out of bounds, and they were doing a really good job on defense. And like when I first saw that, I was like, wow, I think it's actually working. And with the first game, it was actually pretty interesting to watch. I felt like Chuck's team was kind of a little bit of a cheat code because he had all bigs. He had Karl-Anthony Towns, Nikola Jokic, Wemby. Like, that was a very cheat code team, man. And honestly, Kenny's Young Stars, they tried. Okay, you can't knock them. They tried, but it definitely felt a little unfair. The fact that Chuck had like 5 7-footers, and it was a little bit unfair. But definitely the most satisfying game was the second game. It was Shaq's OGs and Candace's Rising Stars, and I was actually expecting a really big sweep Because I didn't think these young stars were going to have anything these old stars had. Kevin Hart referred to it as, oh, you got a team with old knees, old bodies, pretty much everything. So he really didn't have a lot of faith in Shaq to really do good like that at all. But it was really intriguing to watch because Candace, she actually had a lot of great young stars. She had Stephon Castle, Zach Edey, Dalton Kennett, Keontae George, and honestly, it was really impressive to see them play defense, especially in like the last seconds of the game when Shaq's OGs was about to win, and they were doing everything in their power to not go away, and you gotta respect that from a young team, like a young team of rising stars. But unfortunately, Damian Lillard got him with that logo 3-pointer, which knocked them out. But it was a really satisfying game. And comment down below what y'all think of that game. But I think everything fell apart when it got to the last game with Chuck's Global Stars and Shaq's OGs. The defense fell apart because you realized that whole time that they were not playing any kind of defense at all. Like, they would go score, and then they would just do a baseball pass down the court, and then easy layup. And, like, yo, how many times did we see so many players just get, like, walk to the rim? They walk to the rim, no jump in, no getting in front of them, no contesting, nothing. And that kind of ruined the whole vibe of what the new regime was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be like, oh, easy walk to the rim, easy layup. Oh, let me just walk into this 3-pointer right here and just not even contest at all. That ruined the whole regime. The whole reason why we created this regime was because for y'all, so y'all could play defense a lot better. And y'all failed at that at like literally the last game. Like, y'all didn't play any defense. Y'all would go up and score, throw it down the court, easy layup. And you can tell Victor Wembanyama was getting so frustrated that they were getting their behinds whipped because they weren't even playing defense at all. And you got to respect Victor Wembanyama because he was actually pretty much doing a lot of defensive stuff out there. And you could tell he was getting frustrated when they weren't playing defense at all. So, and like a clip I seen of him when I think Jason Tatum, I believe, who hit that last shot to win the whole game, Victor was so frustrated, he was like, that kind of sent the message that, yo, y'all aren't playing defense, y'all aren't doing nothing. And honestly, he's not the only one frustrated. I'm frustrated too. Because the whole point of this was so y'all could play defense a lot better. But that last game kind of ruined, like, the whole vibe. Like, even, like, also the fact that when the last game started, it was 11-0. And, like, you had Chuck's team, they were just, like, doing finessing stuff. It was like, y'all got to worry about the points because y'all are down 11-0. Like, y'all got to worry about the points. Like, by finessing, I'm talking about Donovan Mitchell when he did this whole alley-oop thing in the air. I don't even know what the heck he did. But he was getting cooked by Steph Curry the whole time, and that wasn't the best way to go about doing it, Donovan Mitchell. Like, he was finessing that whole thing. Like, yo, I would advise to get the points on the board before y'all start finessing this whole thing. I know it's the All-Star game and everyone wants to have fun and pull up from half court, but you got to make it at least a little bit more competitive if you want to do that. But definitely, it wasn't the best way to go that last game. The first 2 games, it worked perfectly. It was fine. It was okay. You've seen guys tapping the ball out, playing great defense. But once you get to the last game, it got worse. And even, like, Chuck's team had a lot of young guys. Like, Shea was young. Anthony Edwards, he unfortunately didn't play along with LeBron, who also didn't even play. But you had guys who were, like, very young on that team, and y'all got to play defense, like, a little bit better. That's the whole reason why that regime is important. But anyways, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. Just comment down below what y'all think of this new regime. Do you think they should bring this regime back next year? This whole 4-team tournament stuff for the All-Star game? Comment down below if y'all think they should bring that back. Honestly, for me, the defense got better, but I'm still debating on whether they should bring it back again next year, or maybe they could have, like, you know, like, team captains from, like, the best in the league, and they could, like, choose the guys they want to have instead of, like, Chuck Charles and Candace Parker picking their team. I don't really know. But comment down below. Do y'all want to see this again next year? Yes or no, and explain why. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. hopefully I'll be back next week to talk about something new for you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.